Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, so I'm going to play this audio and then I'm going to come back with some commentary and give my final analysis. And then I will give the floor to you guys. And then we all basically discuss this amongst each other because this makes absolutely no sense. But anyway, check this out.
Always I say this, you short that video and put whatever you want. When I say I don't want to fight Mexican, it's because I represent Mexico. And that's why. But I don't care. I fight anybody. And I fight all my entire life, anybody. What do you think? I don't want to fight with Juan Mexico or Benavidez. But look, I hear his dad talking a lot of shit. But look, he's accomplished nothing. One single champion, Anthony Derrell. Please, don't disrespect myself. Please, guys.
Okay, that was Canelo Alvarez saying basically he isn't going to fight David Benavidez for the time being because he hasn't done anything. And basically he has only one belt, and that was against Anthony Derrell. But Caleb Plant only had one belt. Don't you become an undisputed champion by basically collected belts, fighting the other belt holders? That didn't make absolutely no sense whatsoever. So he's saying David Benavidez hasn't done nothing. Well, David Benavidez hasn't done no more than Yildirim or Billy Joe Saunders or Caleb Smith or Liam Smith. And, you know, I mean, Daniel Jacobs. I mean, you chose to fight all those guys. I mean, why not fight David Benavidez? And then you asked to fight for the belt after he was forced to vacate instead of fighting the actual champion. And this is why some people give you an asterisk alongside your undisputed super middleweight, because you didn't actually fight the champion for it. You asked to fight for the belt after Benavidez was forced to relinquish the belt. So Canelo is putting his foot in his mouth, and he's not making any that didn't make any kind of sense at all. At the end of the day, man, just say you don't want to fight the dude. And Canelo did himself a great disservice by even saying something like that, because he contradicted himself flat out. And it just, about not wanting to fight other Mexicans because he got called out on it. Other Mexicans called him out on that. And I guess he was surprised that Mr. Benavidez Sr. spoke on him not wanting to fight other Mexicans. After all, when he tried to explain about he represents Mexico and all that kind of stuff, once again, that didn't make no kind of sense. Okay? I mean, you just gotta keep it a buck. Canelo is just full of it. He just seems to be ducking the dude, and that's all it comes down to it. Now, people can sit up there and say he saying that he'll fight anybody. Well, Benavidez is somebody. What you represent Mexico has to do with David Benavidez being American-born Mexican. That, once again, didn't make any kind of sense. So, at the end of the day, Canelo made himself look even worse by saying that. Now, of course, at the press conference, nobody's going to tell Canelo the truth and say, hey, Canelo, man, you're contradicting yourself, man. To become undisputed, you fought a dude with only one belt. And at the end of the day, well, you can say, well, who did Caleb Plant beat? And not diminishing what Caleb Plant accomplished before fighting Canelo, but that goes hand in hand with what you saying about David Benavidez. You're just contradicting yourself and kind of babbling. So, yeah, Canelo played himself and he put his foot in his mouth. It's just better to say, maybe later on down the line. And as I said before, he the one that said he didn't want to fight no Mexicans. Nobody else said that. So if people are questioning him and asking him about it, that was on him. He would have just been better off just saying, hey, that's a fight that I'll look into later on down the line. But for him to say David Benavidez hasn't done anything, that doesn't make any kind of sense. But anyway, I'll let you guys have the floor. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.